So today I am making some soup. I'm making a tomato-based soup with kale, chickpeas, and some smoked sausage. Starting off by washing and preparing my vegetables. I cut up one small onion, is what I had. If I'd had a bigger one, I would have used a whole large onion because I like to have chunks of onion to start my soup base with. I'm going to put the onion in my stone crock that I'm going to cook the soup in. So, put the onion in the stone crock that I want to cook the soup in. And I'm going to go ahead and chop my carrots next. So, I'm going to chop my carrot. After I wash them, I'm going to peel it. I'm using a vegetable peeler to just get out the outer skin. I don't know if these carrots are organic. I can't remember. I try to buy organic when I can, but I don't always. Didn't get these out of the garden, so I'm gonna peel them. And I'm just using this vegetable. It's a vegetable peeler by Pampered Chef. I actually love this. They're super sharp, and I use them to peel most vegetables, hard vegetables like sweet potatoes, carrots, root vegetables. It peels them easily. And then I also use them. There's comes in a set of 3, and I also use it to zest oranges and lemons and citrus, because it will take off just a very thin amount of the skin and not the pith. You don't get any of the white pith, which can be bitter, and so I'll use it to zest. I'm going to cut these in about 1/2 inch chunks. And I think I'm going to cut each of those. I should have cut it the long way first. I'm going to cut them in half. I'm using 2 carrots in this today. I'm only making about 4 servings of soup, so you have to consider how many people. It's just me, and any more than that and I'll get bored with it, so I'm just making enough for me. At least I'm the only one that's going to eat this. I should say that way. Alright. And normally I would compost this. I have a container I keep in my refrigerator for vegetable clippings, and I normally would compost them, but since Bella's in the house with me, I'm going to give them to her. She loves carrots. So next I'm going to wash and pull any of the hard stems out of the kale. And just give it a rough chop. All right, and my vegetables are ready. now that my vegetables are ready, I'm going to I'm putting some smoked sausage in this soup. This soup, you can make it without the meat. It's a nice hearty vegetable soup without the meat, but I'm going to put some smoked sausage in mine, so I'm going to cut that up next. I'm using beef smoked sausage. That's what I have. And let's see. I'm going to cut this. But you can use whatever kind you want, whatever flavors you prefer. This is, like I said, this is what I have, and I had a taste for it, and so I said I'd put this in it. I don't always put meat in this soup. So I'm just going to cut this up into, probably 1/2-inch chunks, something like that. And once this is all cut up, we'll get ready to get started. If y'all can hear, that's Belle in the background whining. She does not like it when I'm in the kitchen because she knows she's not allowed in here. And she stands right at the edge of the kitchen doorway and whines the whole time that I'm in the kitchen. I may have to put her outside if she doesn't calm down. Anyways, so now that I've got the meat chopped up, I'm going to go ahead and get started cooking the soup. So I'm going to put the onions and the meat in this crock, and I'm going to put it on medium-high heat and cook that until the onions are soft and the meat begins to brown. Now that it's gotten good and hot and the onions are softened, I'm going to add the carrots and a couple of cloves of garlic. And then cook it for another probably 7 or 8 minutes, and let the meat continue to brown and the carrots begin to soften. It's been cooking about, I'd say, 8 minutes now. So I'm going to let it continue to cook. I need to add the garlic in. And press that right in. That's 1 clove. That's your second clove. Ooh, smells good. That's garlic from my garden that I grew last winter. And it smells so good. I'm going to let that continue to cook probably another, let's say 5 or 6 minutes until the carrots begin to get tender. I'm going to add some seasoning now. I'm adding some Italian seasoning. Let's see. This Italian seasoning has oregano, garlic, basil, black pepper, parsley, basil. Did I say basil? Rosemary. Yeah, and rosemary. Let me say that again. Try again. Garlic, oregano, basil, rosemary, black pepper, and parsley. Whew. Okay, it's beginning to stick a little bit, so I'm going to turn the heat down. And it's time to add the tomatoes. If you like it spicy, I like to sometimes add some Rotel tomatoes, the fire roasted ones. It gives it a really nice flavor, but today I'm just using diced, just a can of diced tomatoes. I'm gonna add some vegetable stock. You can use any kind of stock you have. I usually keep chicken stock on hand, but I had some vegetable stock I wanted to add to this. I think I'm adding, or you can add water and just make sure you season it well. I'm gonna add about 3 cups of vegetable stock. I'm adding a can of garbanzo beans. And I'm also going to add a can of sweet corn. And at this point, you can taste it and season it to taste if you need salt, pepper, or any other of your favorite seasonings. I'm gonna let it come back up to a boil and then cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, the soup is cooking nicely. Oops, timer. I'm gonna go ahead and add the kale and cook it probably for another 8 to 10 minutes, or really just until the kale is wilted good. And then it's time to eat. I'm making the soup with kale today, but you could use sweet potato greens. You could use spinach. Or actually any green that you like. I have used kohlrabi greens in my soup. Makes a nice soup. Kale is what I had today, so kale is what I'm using today. Okay, and I'm gonna put the lid on it and let it cook for a few minutes. I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, until the kale's cooked. Wilted basically, but cooked. And then it's time to eat. I'll come back and plate this up and show you what it's looking like. Oh yeah. Ready to eat. I'm gonna dish this up and enjoy me some soup. I'm gonna have mine over some couscous today. You could also have it over rice, or you could have it without any grain. Oh, that looks so good. And there is the final product. It's a tomato and kale soup with beef smoked sausage and chickpeas. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, y'all.